Yo, what is up, internet? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about some high school shenanigans. Now, a lot of us have completed high school, or are in the midst of completing high school, are about to complete high school, or haven't gotten the opportunity to complete high school, or just haven't completed high school. And for those who are about to go into high school, eighth graders going to become freshmen, watch out for seniors. They're kind of weird, but also my condolences because it's just really bad. Nah, I'm just joking. It's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. And for people who didn't complete high school, now there are programs, and I'm pretty sure there's been programs, but the fact that there are programs just out there for people who weren't able to complete it, they now can, and that's, I think, pretty awesome. Luckily for me, though, I did complete high school on the first attempt, and I was pretty good at it, and I liked high school personally. I liked my friends and whatnot, so it was a good experience for me. I was a complete A+ student for 4 whole years in a row, but that was more because I had to be rather than I wanted to be. I mean, I did want to be, but I don't know. I don't think I was smart enough to be on my own. But beside all of that stuff, high school is a must complete when it comes to completing the bucket list of life. Now, from my own personal experience, I know what it's like to do stupid stuff, and I know what it's like to witness other people doing stupid stuff. And sometimes it was just unforgivable. It would just get to the point where it's so stupid or cringeworthy that you just can't handle it. But when it comes to high school, there's always groups and cliques that certain kids fall into based on their own personalities, or if they're lucky, they get to start their own groups with brand new people and make new friends from there. But it usually goes something like this. You've got the jocks, the nerds, the weirdos, the pretend gangsters, my personal least favorite, and the popular kids. Oh, and if you're a girl, then there's an extra group for you, the hot Cheeto girls, very annoying. Usually, a freshman going from the 8th grade into the 9th grade will fall into at least one of these categories, but lately, I feel like there's been a new group added to the mix, an undiscovered element that was just hiding there in plain sight that really throws off the whole high school dynamic. A particular group of kids that just don't give a shit about anything and are willing to let you know about it. And these kids are what we in the business call F students. Students who have a grade point average below 1.0 and know deep in their hearts that they have nothing better to do. Because they're obviously not going to do their work. I mean, why would they? They're satisfied with doing below the bare minimum at all times and just don't care what happens when they're eventually going to get thrown into life. Now, from my own personal experience, when I was back in high school, which it's only been about a year since I graduated in my senior class, there were quite a few people who could be classified as F students. Most of them were posers trying desperately to convince others that they weren't F students, and they were very bad at it, and a lot of them just didn't care. And then there were the people with the lowest GPA imaginable talking about how they're gonna lock in and work hard to graduate. And I'm thinking in my head while they're telling me this, bruh, there's 1 week left, you're not gonna be doing shit. At this point, it's game over, man. Time to wave the white flag, you're cooked. But now, you got the whole F Students Are Inventors tagline, and now kids more than ever think it's okay to purposely not try when it comes to getting at least a somewhat decent education. Nowadays, they're just taking videos of themselves doing durability tests on the school-provided Chromebooks, or just randomly sticking the end of a paperclip into the computer's USB port and making it eternally explode. And then they ask, bro, why is the teacher always targeting me? What did I do? Or when they get asked why they absolutely obliterated their Chromebook, they'll be on some bullshit saying, oh, it was like that when I got it. And then they actually expect us to believe them. Like, what? My bro Chacho, you just took your Chromebook to the skate park and threw it off the half pipe. What do you mean it was like that when you got it? And then they act like computers don't cost money. Sure, they're shit computers, but they're still computers. Your parents have to pay for it, and I know your stupid ass isn't gonna be able to afford that shit because it's like $200 to replace the school-provided Chromebooks. And then they are still very capable computers. They are still very capable of going online and looking up random stuff on Google, or if it's blocked, using the VPN browser that they don't want you to know about, but you do anyway to look up porn and goon to it, and they can't say anything about it because they can't track the history on that browser. Don't ask me how I know that, I just do. But at the end of all this, it comes down to this stupid tagline that they give students who act in these ways. The F students are inventors. Bruh. Like, it's possible. It really is possible. If anything's possible. But realistically, come on, bruh. Really? Anyways, guys, I want to thank you for watching this video. And if anything discussed in this video offended you, I'm sorry. But also, if you're offended by this, then maybe it's not me. Maybe you need to take the good look in the mirror and really assess your life up to this point. Because if this offends you, then I think there might be something wrong. But also, if you're liking the content, please consider subscribing as it helps out a ton. Please don't make me get a real job. I don't want to. Once again, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.